Hey everybody, I'm going to give you guys a closer look at my Clodbuster I've had for like 20 years, something like that. That's the only thing original on it. Let's take the body off for a second. Bigfoot. I like this body. Too bad you can't get him anymore. If anybody knows, leave me a comment. Tell me where I can get another one with decals. Anyway, here she is. But the only thing original on it is, I would say, these two yellow pieces here. It was oh man, what do you call it? Not a Clodbuster. It started life as a I can't think of the name. You know, the semi truck monster, the semi monster truck. I can't think of the name. But anyways, these here and the gears and axles and bearings, believe it or not, and everything else is all metal, aluminum. It's come a long way. It's but you know, nothing looks like it as far as imitating a full-size monster truck. You know, it looks a lot more scale. And well, let's see. It's a sassy chassis. I purchased, you know, everything I purchased like 20 years ago, something like that. I put the Traxxas Summit light bar on it, on the front here. That way at nighttime you can tell which way it's facing. It's got a quarter scale servo for steering in there. Ball bearings, metal geared. 4-link suspension all around. And I even had built a 4-link even before they were available. This is an old 4-link, parts of a 4-link suspension that I built for it way back in the day. Nothing like some 4-link suspension. Got me some headers on there. I don't remember who made those. They're for a sprint car, but they work good here. It's totally waterproof. This is the one I take out when I want to get muddy or wet, or you know, do some creaking. And steering is custom. It's this is a 5mm Tamiya axle going through here, down through here. Let me zoom in. So this thing's heavy, you know what I mean? Let's see. There we go. Alright. This is a custom steering. It's a 5mm Tamiya axle. I don't know off of what, I can't remember. It goes through here. Supported by ball bearings in here. It's a YZ10, Yokomo YZ10 wheel hub that set screws on to a flat that's been ground onto the axle. And on the other end of the axle, on the bottom side there, that's a piece of airplane landing gear. Silver soldered on the bottom. rear, same way. Gotta have four-wheel steering. Everything's the same except this bottom piece. This bottom piece here. That's a turnbuckle wrench. Cut in half, or however long it's supposed to be. Cut in half and silver soldered on the bottom of my axle. The gear cases, as you can see, are all metal. These are JPS I bought. And funny thing is, the only reason I bought them was because you know, with the four-wheel steering, the tubes were flexing. The axle tubes were flexing. You know, from the servo, you know, pushing the steering linkages. It's like, oh man, that sucks. So I totally did it up in JPS axles and gearboxes. Got a few little dents here and there. Today I've been running this truck for 20 years, 18, something like that. And you know, it's nothing else out there like it as far as a, you know, scale monster truck. You know, being a straight axle and unsprung weight is probably, you know, 4 times as much as the sprung weight. So, you know, it bounces around, but it's pretty realistic. And the link suspension. Oh, let me back out a little bit. Sorry about that. Go in a little bit. The link suspension works great. As you can see, got plenty of articulation. The Clodbuster, that's awesome. I'm running 8. These are Trinity shocks, available back in the day. Never had to do anything to them. Last time I rebuilt them or took them apart to look at them, the oil was crystal clear, and that's because, you know, that was like 10 years, 15 years, 10, 12 years after, you know, never being looked at, and they were fine because, you know, the shocks don't get much action on a vehicle like this other than slight articulating, you know, articulation. And I got the quarter scale servo, metal geared. I told you that. Just put a aluminum servo horn on there. There's no servo saver on it. It's always been the weak link on this. It's no servo saver. Hit something hard with the front tire, and you know, you could hurt some stuff. So you want to be mindful of that. Like I said, it's totally waterproof. Ready for mudding and creaking and, you know, getting dirty. And I can hose it off with a water hose. Got a Traxxas waterproof receiver box in here. Got the EVX2 I yanked out of my Summit. Put in here. Running this bad boy in the Summit now. I'll be doing a review and a video on that later. It's really sweet. Had to do some upgrades. Anyway, here's the servo that I put in here just recently. I was running a different quarter scale. Wasn't as fast, and it wasn't digital, I don't believe. And it had gotten wet also. It just didn't seem to, you know, just didn't seem to work good. This one's a lot better. But yeah, I'm running 4S in this if I want. Got this little deal here. Just plug it on there, and plug one battery in, and run on 2S, which is it's a lot smoother than 4S. But 4S is fun. The motors in here are stock motors, 27 turns, in old school Black Magic modified cans, full ball bearing, with aluminum end bells, looks like from a Kyosho gold motor. Yeah, they're just stock, and they can handle the 4S no problem. And I'm running like 9-tooth pinion, so it's really geared down. What else? Oh, the aluminum wheels. These are Technocrafts. Technocraft 2-piece wheels. Really lightweight. I wish they were a little tougher. A couple of them have a little tweak to them. Yeah, look, check this one out. I think this one was on the front one time when I ran. I hit something that bent the wheel. The inner piece, the center piece. And I got my antenna. Got my antenna going up through here, through this tube, 2.4 gigahertz. That's real small. Like I say, you know, bullhead. I think that's what it was called to my kit. I don't know. Like I say, nothing original on this thing at all, but these two plastic pieces here and the gears and the axles. And believe it or not, the bearings are all original too. And I'd hate to say how many miles are on those, but you know, in and out of water, and you know, they just keep on working. Tell you what I did though, what I did to them. You see that? That's Vaseline. I put it on right here on my coffee cup warmer. Melt that down real easy into a liquid. And I drop my bearings in there. And it's a real easy way for them to get it in the bearings. And I did that, and ever since I did that, they've been maintenance free. No rust, and you know. But yeah, it's you know, it's not fast, doesn't handle good, but nothing looks like a Clodbuster when it comes to monster trucks. I mean, that's a monster truck, you know. That's the way it's supposed to look. And it handles, you know, realistically, bounces around, 4-wheel steering. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Mostly all stainless hardware on here. And well, even the shock mounts. I don't know if you can see them, but the lower shock mounts, they're mounted on that crossbar. I soldered a piece of square tubing across there with and then I soldered in a piece of all-threaded rod through there, and that's where the shocks mount. And that was it. And that's how I did that. But yeah, this was, you know, like I say, way back in the day, man. Even before they had links, I made some. And this is the actual links that I made a long time ago. You know, some square tubing, and soldered in some all thread, and it worked good till you know, manufactured ones came out. Yeah, you know, I was into racing and 10th scale, you know. She can't really drive 10th scale stuff through the grass and down curbs and up curbs and stuff. I wanted something to play with, something to run. And, yeah, here she is. And I don't know what else what else can I tell you guys about it that you might be interested in? Other than it's just, you know, it's an awesome truck. It'd be hard for me to get rid of this just because you know, I've had it so long. Sentimental value and the way it looks too. You know. These are Kyosho tires. I have my original Clods, but I let this thing sit for 2 or 3 years. I didn't do any RC for that period of time, and I got flat spots. Yeah, I'll be attaching a video at the end of this little intro, and you guys check it out. Give it a thumbs up, like, questions, comments. I know I'm probably missing something, but I guess that's about it. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.